Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and today we are going to be talking about the notorious Samurai Jack series. Now, if you don't already know this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you do know this, the news has probably made it around the world like 10,000 times by now. Samurai Jack is back for a fifth season. Now, what I'm going to be talking about in this video is going to be more of a theory video, especially considering the fact that the first episode of Samurai Jack has already aired at this point, or the fifth and final season, I should say, of Samurai Jack. So, I want to say before I even jump into this real heavy, if you have not seen at least the first episode of the fifth and final season of Samurai Jack, please go watch that first because, there's not really going to be like a ton of spoilers in there because, there's only so much to go off of based on the episode, and most of it was more or less stuff that you could deduct from the trailer, but I just want to be on the safe side so I don't have one of you guys cursing me out in the comment section. So anyway, now one of the things that we know about this season obviously is that Jack, it's been 50 or so years, since we last seen him prior in the previous season. So 50 years have passed. Jack still has not killed Aku. He's still in the future. And to top it all off at this point, we find out that Jack loses his sword. And frankly, the man looks like he's lost his mind at this point. So he has his beard or whatnot. And from watching the first episode, we also see this woman who's like this priestess, it appears, of over a cult following or religion of Aku, basically, who are worshiping Aku. She basically gives birth to these seven warriors, these seven assassins that she trains up in order to send out to fight against Jack. Now, one thing I have to say, when I saw her giving birth, I'm like, was Haku getting it on? Now granted, you know, I'm not saying, like, that should be happening, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure. I'm like, I was thinking maybe those were his actual kids. Some people were saying no, or we don't really know that for sure. I'm like, hey, I don't know, man, because them babies were coming out looking like Aku at first, at least to me. Or like they could have been like Aku's or something. I don't know. But, we, of course, have these seven assassins that are coming after Jack now, which are probably going to be one of his more stronger foes, actually. And not to get too heavy into them in this video, but I know a friend of mine actually made it a point that you can almost draw sort of a parallel between them and Jack in the sense that it's funny how Jack grew up and he went through all this time trying to train and get ready, and learn all these different arts and martial arts and stuff, and then ended up having to face a coup, obviously after, his father died and, everybody got taken out. So he was the one to inherit the sword and actually fight a coup. But, or actually, I'm getting it all mixed up. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. We all know the story of Jack. But when it comes to, these assassins, you can almost say, hey, they're getting trained up just so they can go out and fight Jack. So that's kind of sweet that it's happening in that way. But the question is now, one, can Jack beat a coup? I'm sure he can beat these assassins. Now, I don't know if it will be any different for them if they actually are part Aku. Which, I don't know if there's been any information released per se to say, whether or not they are or they aren't. But if they are, partially a part of Aku or whatnot, then we would know they obviously can't be killed by Jack unless, he has his magic sword. But he doesn't have it. And Jack, for that matter, can't even completely defeat Aku without that sword. We know that that's the only way Aku can actually be damaged. So what really comes into question is, how is he going to, not even beat Aku, but how is he going to get this sword back? That's the real question. Because the story really pushes how is Jack going to get back to the past. And that's what he really wants to do, is get back to the past, obviously. But to me, I'm kind of thinking to myself, okay, well, what did you do with the sword? And can the sword be reforged? Another friend of mine and I actually discussed that a little bit. If there is a way that he'll be able to reforge the blade, because if he lost it, I'm guessing it's from some place that he will never be able to obtain it again. You know, because I mean, I couldn't see why Jack wouldn't just go on ahead and go on a journey and just, you know, retrieve it unless he's feeling like he's unworthy to reach it now or whatever. But I don't think that's necessarily the case. I feel like he actually, from based on the first episode, felt guilty. You know, that nothing had been done, that all this time had passed, and here he is just walking around, and he hasn't found a way to get to pass. Nothing's happened. At this point, this dude's delusional, losing his mind, and everything. So I don't know if he's going to encounter somebody that knows something, but the blade had to be forged once before, so I can't see why it can't be reforged again. You know what I mean? You know, or there's a possibility maybe they'll do some time paradox stuff in the same magical sword that his father had. Maybe Jack was the one who actually forged that blade. That's something I actually thought about. You know, maybe that same sword was something that Jack actually had really made. You know, I mean, unless I'm forgetting something. Now, keep in mind, it's been years since I've watched all of Samurai Jack, so I might be poking holes and stuff that doesn't make any sense or whatnot. But this is just what I'm thinking off of my rough thoughts to you guys. You know, just based on discussion. Like I said, I haven't done any like research in particular on this, but this is just based on what I remember, and then from me just watching the episode over this past Saturday, and I just wanted to bounce this off of you guys on what I think with that. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens with these assassins and seeing, you know, what they can do. I like the fact that Jack, you know, I mean, he's always been able to fight with, you know, pretty much anything, but you know, it's cool to see, you know, you see him shooting with the guns, and then he's riding around with that bike and everything. I don't know, it's just sweet. I like seeing Jack like this right now. And I don't know what else to really say, but how do you guys think Jack will go about reforging his sword? Do you think that maybe there could be some time paradox stuff right here, or do you think he's going to actually find his sword? You know, or do you think that Jack could actually have a, you know, a sad ending? Maybe he doesn't. Maybe Aku wins. Now, granted, I don't think that's going to happen, but what do you guys think? I really want to know. And I know you guys had to watch the episode on the Saturday, so let me know what you guys thought about that too, episode 1 of Samurai Jack, and what you think about this next upcoming episode. So anyway, drop me some comments down below about that, and any video suggestions you guys have. Don't forget to check out the Shining Otaku page. Will be listed down below if you want to check out some original manga content from myself and a bunch of other talented creators. And don't forget to thumb up this video or give this video a dislike. You know, the choice is yours, like I always say, guys. And just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. I think when it comes down to Jack, I think that's everything I got. Yeah. Oh, and do you think that the High Priestess and Aku been getting it on? I don't know. Do you guys think that? Just let me know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.